Hello my creative friends, I'm Shweta, the artist behind the Paisley Corner, and welcome to my channel. I recently purchased two new sets of Tombow Dual Brush Markers, the secondary and muted collections. And I'm excited to share my thoughts on them, swatch the colors, and even show you how to create a beautiful set of floral letters. Here I'm using a Rhodia dot grid pad. It has really smooth paper and it won't fray my brushes. You can find all the supplies I'm using in today's video in the description box below. Let's dive in and swatch these colors. I'll start with the secondary set. I'm using the brush side of my marker here to create these up and down strokes and to swatch the color. I've used several Tombow palettes in the past, like the Bright palette, Galaxy, and Pastel sets. And I really like buying them in sets like these because I know I'm working with a cohesive set of colors and don't have to worry too much about color harmony. As I'm swatching these colors, I'm reminded of bright fall leaves, and I feel like these would be great for a fall themed artwork. So maybe I'll use them to sketch or paint some pumpkins and leaves later in the fall. Now let's move on to the muted set. This is a collection of softer, more subtle tones that I don't typically use in my artwork. If you followed me on Instagram or here on YouTube, then you probably know that I like to work with bright colors. But I really wanted to challenge myself and work with a different color palette this time. I believe that as artists, it's important to step out of our comfort zones and challenge ourselves creatively. So I'm pretty excited about using these colors as well. What do you think about these two color palettes? Which set of colors did you like? Let me know in the comments below. So here are the swatches for both the sets, and I can't wait to use them in my art projects. Now that we have swatched our colors, let's put them to use. I'll show you how to create beautiful floral letters using the secondary set. I'm using the Strathmore marker paper here. And I start by drawing uppercase letters in a script style using one of the lighter colors. I'm using the brush side of my marker here to create the thin upstrokes and thick downstrokes. Friends, brush lettering requires a lot of practice. So if you need help with supplies or practice worksheets, then check out my brush lettering supply list in the description below. Now let's add some life to these letters with some colorful roses. I'm adding just one rose per letter, and I want to roughly space out the colors. So let me go ahead and add a bunch of roses in this coral red color first. I'm using the tip of the brush to create these smaller petals in the center, and I press down on the brush slightly to create larger curves on the outside, just like how I would use a paintbrush. The idea is to not overthink it, but just make some quick, loose strokes to create these petals. Once we have our roses in place, I'm going to again use the brush side of my marker to add some leaves. This time I'm going with one of the green colors of the palette, and again I'm making quick, loose strokes here. You can practice these strokes a few times before you try them on the letters. And even if you mess up here and there, don't worry about it. It's all about learning how to use these markers and, have some fun creating. It's time to add some details to make these letters pop. So I'm going to switch over to the fine tip side of my marker to add some dots and accentuate the letter. Just a few dots here and there are all you need to complete the floral letter. Now I'm going to speed up rest of the video as I complete my floral letters. So sit back, relax and enjoy this video. And there you have it, beautiful floral letters that were so easy to create. Thanks for joining me today, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more creative content. See you in the next one.